All right. It's absolutely wonderful to see everybody. We've got a full house this evening, and we got a lot of new people on board this evening, and that's always good to see. I hope everybody can see my screen and they can hear me okay. It looks like the pause is not pausing and everything's good to go. My name is Kerry Miller, and I'm coming to you live each and every Wednesday night from our IAW studios in Northeast Texas. We have training right here each and every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And then we do a replay and put it up in your control panel. And we have hundreds of people watch those videos. So I greatly appreciate you attending training and watching the training and enhancing your knowledge in the mobile industry. I do ask if you would join our YouTube channel at youtube.com/InstantAppWizard. That's a great way. All of our trainings are uploaded on YouTube in our YouTube channel. And other videos that we do and that don't always get posted, but it's little training videos we do, just testing out new things. So you really get to take a look at the inner workings of what we do just through video. So like our YouTube channel at youtube.com/InstantAppWizard, and like our Facebook page also, facebook.com/InstantAppWizard. Tonight we're going to talk about SMS marketing. Why are we going to talk about SMS marketing? Let me just say this right off the bat. First off, from your perspective as a consultant, as a mobile marketing consultant, as a business owner, as one who is out to make a living selling mobile apps, if you're not including and placing SMS inside your package when you sell, you're losing money. And I don't know of any business that likes to lose money. I had mentioned right before we got started, I did a survey last week. Everybody really understands what SMS marketing is. What the problem I think is, and what I understood from the poll that we took, is most people don't understand how to sell SMS marketing. Really how to approach the customer, how to talk to them about SMS marketing. What SMS is really all about when it comes to the marketplace. How do we use it? How do we drive traffic with it? How do we increase a company's bottom line? And how do we work it in to the entire program? So we're going to talk about that this evening. We're going to go into it. Something else I'm going to show you, and I showed this just a few weeks ago. I'm going to show you how to upload a coupon inside your mobile app. Because I want you to be able to attach a QR code specifically to that app, to that coupon, especially when you're doing a campaign, and how to teach your customers how to do campaigns. So let's get right off into this, and I'm going to take, if I would, or if you would, hold your questions to the end of the training. We're going to take about the last 15 minutes, 10 minutes of training and ask open questions, and you guys can ask the questions, and we'll be more than happy to answer those live while we're online. 95 to 98% of text messages received are open and read within minutes of receipt. And I know that to be the fact. Let me tell you what happened. I've got a Samsung S2 that went down about a week and a half ago. I was nursing it, and about 3 or 4 hours a day it would work, then it wouldn't work, then it would work. We finally got it working, and then it completely crashed, and today it crashed totally. So really for the last couple of weeks, I've been without a phone and just absolutely about to go nuts. So I went today, and I had an old BlackBerry. It's about 3 or 4 years old, and I went and had my phone number put in that BlackBerry until my new Samsung gets here. And the minute I got a text message, and it was instantaneous. As soon as they turned my phone on, the text messages started rolling in. And I was just like, I got to read that, I got to read that, I got to read that, I got to read that. Immediately. Why? Not because it was really important, because I'd done missed it all day, but because I just could not stand not reading my text. So that really taught me and showed me that the statistics for reading text messages is absolutely true. And I would be willing to bet that it's absolutely true for you. 86% of mobile users said they receive or send at least one text message per week. And I don't know if it's one, because mine is usually about 10 a day, and I usually receive probably 10 to 15 a day. So maybe I'm not average, but that's a lot of text messages. It's estimated that 9.6, this number blew me away, 9.6 trillion, that's almost our national debt, 9.6 trillion messages will be sent by the end of this year. If that doesn't tell you how powerful that text messaging is, then there is absolutely nothing I can say or no way to convince you that your clients need to be using text message marketing. They need to combine that with email marketing. It's very, very, very powerful. These are the two stats you need to know. This is all that's really important, okay? This is what you need to know going in talking to a customer. You need to know that 90 seconds, and 90 minutes. The average person reads a SMS text message in 90 seconds. The average person reads an email in 90 minutes. Now, think about those two combined technologies by itself. Combine those two technologies and you can just about touch anybody that signs up for a marketing campaign. Now, I want you to understand this this terminology. Marketing campaign. Don't use anything else from now on, okay? It's a marketing campaign. You're going to help your clients create, develop, put in place a marketing campaign. And the tools that you're going to use to do that is SMS, email, your mobile app, your Twitter pages, your Facebook pages. I would also include in that, make sure you use your Foursquare, make sure you use Yelp, make sure that you use YouTube. If you're not directing your clients to YouTube marketing, you're really missing out. But you really need to focus in developing this marketing campaign to reach out immediately. And that's what SMS and email does. It allows you to, bam, at the click of a button, reach out and touch that client's customers. Your customers have to understand, and if you're not teaching them this, if you're not sharing this information with them, you're cheating your clients. You're really taking the program off the table. You've really not sat down and allowed them to expand on the opportunity that you're presenting them. Why? Because without this, they really don't have a marketing campaign. They don't really have a way to reach out and touch someone. So you need to have them to understand. You need to sit down with them. And this isn't going to be like one of those 15-minute meetings whether or not you want to know if they want to buy an app or not. This is going to be one of those sit-downs where you're sitting there at lunch or dinner, or you take time and they either come to your office or you go find a place where it's nice and quiet, and you start developing these campaigns, putting them together, seeing what works, and that's what we're going to talk about. Without a marketing campaign, and this is what you need to understand about this business. Many of you that have been with me for a long time on these trainings understand what I'm fixing to say. An app is an app unless you have some way to market it. I was sharing with Woodrow today, and we both got a tickle out of it. I was driving down the road, and we were talking about SEO. And I was one of those businesses, several years ago, that got reeled in by the big SEO. You know, Mr. Miller, we can have you on the front page of Google in just 24 hours. Man, that's awesome. What's that going to cost me? Sir, $1,500 and we will make sure it happens. Awesome. Write a check. I don't think I ever got past the 120th page of Google. Now, I can tell you this, if you target market small niche markets outside of the larger cities, you can get on the front page of Google if you're SEO'd correctly. But if someone walks into your office and tells you that, hey, I can SEO you as Roofing Dallas, Texas tomorrow, you better run. And you better run quick, or either that or call me and I'll take your money. And then I'll go on vacation, because that's all you're doing is throwing your money away. Okay? The same thing with an app is the same thing with a website. If you as a business, your clients do not market that website along with everything else they do, if they don't market Facebook, they're not going to get any lines. I was at a restaurant the other day. I'm not kidding you. From 100 feet away, they must have had a Facebook Like Me window cling on every inch of that business. It was just absolutely amazing. Let me bring him in real quick. It was just absolutely amazing. And that made me start thinking, that's what marketing is all about. And you know what I did before I left the restaurant? I liked their page, because that's all I saw was like my page before you leave. So that's what I did. Without that, without a marketing campaign, all you're doing is giving your clients an app. That does them no good. It's no different than giving them a website that nobody can find. You have to give them a marketing campaign along with it. That's what sets us apart from everyone else. How do we approach a customer with a marketing model? I threw those stats up there in the beginning of the webinar just to give you an example of what people are doing when they walk into a business. Stats don't mean nothing to these folks. They want to know one thing. What is this campaign going to do for my business? Really, the only thing to pique their interest would be asking a question like maybe, how many times do you look at your text messages a day? If you received a text message right now, how quick would you respond to it? How many times a day do you get an email in your email box and you read it? Now, you've taken all those stats and made them reality without using the stats. Is it in the customer's best interest? Is that marketing plan, is that marketing campaign truly in the customer's best interest? It is if it increases their business. It's not if it doesn't do anything for them. If you just sell them an app and they don't have any way to get to it, if nobody knows where it's at, if nobody sees it, then it's useless. It doesn't matter if you sell it for $19.95 or $1,995. If they're not marketing it, it's useless. So make sure that it's in the customer's best interest. And I think I've said that enough. An app is an app. But you have to distinguish yourself. There's a lot of people trying to sell apps, but nobody is selling a marketing program. As a professional mobile marketing consultants, it is our job to let our customers understand the benefits of what we provide from both a service standpoint and what services we can provide. You see, from a service standpoint, I'm talking about customer service. Customer service means actually sitting down with these folks and sharing with them and showing them how to work the program, showing them how to use QR codes, making sure that they've got a QR code at every point of sale, making sure that they've got window clings, making sure if it's a restaurant they've got table tents, if it's a beauty salon they've got something sitting next to their register so people can request, okay, that 15% off. To me, one of the greatest things you could do to help your clients would be this. Jim, I want to help drive business into your establishment. Who stands here at this cash register every day? Well, that's Cindy. Bring Cindy over. Cindy, I'm going to set this poster right here, and every customer that comes in, I want you to make sure that they scan this little code and or they put this web address in their phone and sign up for your specials. Now let me ask you this, Jim. What would be a nice sign-up special for your client, for your customers? Could you afford 10%? Could you afford 15% to continually market to that customer? What about 50%? What is the market here? And you sit down and you start talking about that, and then you start talking about the product. Because initially when these folks sign up, they're going to get a thank you for signing up. Now, what if you could do this? And I'm going to use Chris here. I see Chris checked in. Chris, if you sign up today, I can give you 15% off of your purchase. Of course Chris is going to sign up. Why do you think that every time you go into a place, and I'll use my wife's shopping, I always hear this when she's checking out. Could I get your email address and we'll give you 10% off today? Why do they want that? Because I give them my email address and they're constantly marketing to her every single day that the jeans are on sale, the shoes are on sale, the furniture's on sale, even tells her that her car is ready to get an oil change. If the big companies are doing it, the small to medium business size companies need to be doing it too. If you're not sharing that with your clients, you're not giving them good customer service. If you're not helping them set up that marketing campaign, you're not giving them good customer service. What are the services that you can provide? You can provide the email marketing campaigns, and you can provide the SMS marketing campaigns. You can also provide the reputation management campaigns. The reputation management campaigns are worth absolutely nothing if you don't set up the SMS marketing campaign to go along with it. So it kind of all ties together. If your service cannot increase foot traffic, sales, and customer loyalty, your client does not need you. You say, wow, Kerry, that's pretty bold of you to say. They've already got nothing. They're not doing anything now to increase their foot traffic. They're not doing anything now to increase their sales. They're not doing anything now to increase their customer loyalty. And the reason they're not is because they don't understand how. They need you, and they need you to help them to do this. And if you're not helping them to do that, then go somewhere else. Go sell a bunch of apps and have them for customers for 3 or 4 months, and then they realize, geez, man, I'm spending this money and I'm not getting absolutely anything out of it. As a matter of fact, Kerry hadn't been around for 3 months. I don't even know if the guy's still in business. And then they start turning off those credit cards, and they start getting rid of you. Okay, why? Because you didn't give them the customer service and or provide them the services that you have available. Just like everyone else, they've been sold the technology bill of goods 9 million times. How many times, and I know I've got a lot of business people on here, how many times have you had somebody walk in your office and say, man, you have absolutely got to have this. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and it's only going to cost you $2,500, but I'm telling you, it'll drive traffic. And you look at it and you say, wow, he's right, man, I've got to have this. Well, John, how many times are you going to help me out? What are you going to do to support me on this? Kerry, I'll make sure I'm here every week. I mean, come on, Kerry, you're going to write me a check for $2,500. Of course I'm going to support you. Of course I'm going to make sure that this works. And Kerry writes that check for $2,500 for this excellent technology, this great bill of goods that's going to just increase my business and explode my traffic. And guess what happens? I never see him again. And what I bought would have worked if they would have just serviced me as a customer. And guess what I would have done when it worked? I'd have wrote him another $2,500 so that it would have doubled what he was doing. So customer service is the key to your campaigns. Let's look at why text marketing is essential for your clients. One, inventory control. Now, we can take a look at that in many different ways. Let's start off with a restaurant. I grew up in the restaurant business, and my dad used to get meat in large quantities. The first thing to go in a restaurant is what? The meat, okay? Whether it be the briskets or the hamburger meat or the chicken fried steaks and all that stuff, okay? So you have to make sure that you control your inventory. What a better way to control your inventory if spring is coming and you've got a whole rack of sweaters that you need to get rid of. And or the sandals are coming and you've got a bunch of shoes that were winter shoes that you need to get rid of. Or you know that the summer's coming and everybody needs to get their air conditioning system checked, and you've already ordered a ton of antifreeze or Freon, and you've got it sitting on the shelf, but nobody's coming in right now. You see, inventory control today, with as tight as margins are in businesses, is extremely crucial. Just think, you can help them control every bit of their inventory. Got 35 T-bone steaks left over? John, we need to run a T-bone steak 25% off tomorrow, or you're going to be throwing them out in the trash. Of course he'll take 25% off, because what else are people going to do? They're not going to come eat that T-bone steak by themselves. They're going to bring 2 or 3 friends with them. Well, the 3 of them out of the 4 don't like T-bone steak. So they're going to order off the regular menu. I'm going to come in and I'm going to buy my wife a sweater, but I'm not there to buy a sweater because they don't have men's sweaters on sale. They sold out of them. So I'm going to buy me a couple of summer shirts. Not only am I going to take one car in to get it checked for the AC, I'm going to take all my cars in to get them checked for the AC. So inventory control is key. And if businesses don't understand anything today, they understand inventory control. So you need to talk to them about that. This is a campaign to help them reduce their inventory at crucial times of either losing it or able to turn it and make money. Extremely important. Instantaneous marketing. I've done a lot of newspaper marketing in my time. I've done a lot of billboard marketing in my time. Most billboards take anywhere from 30 to 60 days to even get up. And you usually have to buy them like 6 to 9 months in advance. Newspapers, if you don't have it in by Tuesday at close of business, it's not going to be in Thursday's paper, so you got to wait till next Tuesday close of business, and you got busy and you didn't get it in, so it could take 3 weeks to get your newspaper ad out. Most magazine copy is put out 2 months, 60 to 90 days in advance. So that's not instantaneous. I've got to get rid of those jeans today. I've got to get rid of the pork chops today. I've got to clear my shelves of all the overstock oil that I've got today because I've got another shipment coming in next week. I've got all my flowers that are on the shelves, and all of them are starting to wilt. So you can see that inventory control is extremely important, and the way to do inventory control is through instantaneous marketing. The great thing about our marketing platform is it is click and send. Point, click, and send. It doesn't get any simpler than that. The longest thing about the marketing platform is correcting all your misspelled words before you send the message out. That's the longest part of it. Managed income. I don't know what made me think of that term, but the more I thought about it, companies with a instantaneous marketing plan that can control inventory and send out a campaign at will can truly manage their income. And what made me think about that is I believe it was on the webinar I did this past weekend when I was talking about the beauty shop. You know, the beauty shop had empty seats and it was a slow day. But if I say that, hey, all my hair stuff, my hairspray and my hair wash and my conditioner and all that stuff is 75% off today if you come in and get your hair cut. Let me tell you, people are going to be stumbling over themselves because that stuff in a salon is expensive. And it's expensive because it's good quality shampoo and conditioners and all that stuff. But what are you going to get out of it? You're going to get the highest profit margin thing that you do, and that's cutting hair right out of the way. And you're going to fill up all your seats, you're going to keep all your beauticians happy, and you're going to move that inventory that's been sitting on the shelf for 6 months that's already depreciated and there's nothing left in it anyway. So managing that income, you're able to control how much money actually flows through your clients' registers every day in every business. It really doesn't matter what business it is. Increasing the frequency of customer visits. We've got a little restaurant in my hometown that I eat at, about once a week. So 4 times a month we eat there. And I only eat there once a week because they never have a special, okay? And it's usually on Sunday because I like their Canadian chicken soup. So they do nothing in that restaurant to increase the frequency of me coming there, okay? And they really can't see the forest for the trees in doing that. So what you have the ability to do is take a person like me, and on a Thursday night when business is kind of slow anyway, shoot me out a 20% coupon and I'll be there. And not just me, but a ton of people will show up. Why? Because now you've given them a reason to come to that restaurant. What do people normally do? What do people normally do when they go out and eat? They usually invite a few friends. Now, if it's your normal restaurant you go to, you usually don't invite nobody. You usually don't bring anybody along because it's the hometown place. But if it's a deal, now's the time to invite Joe and Jane because now I can save some money and I'll buy their dinner for them. So now they've not only increased the frequency of that customer's visit, but they're bringing people that normally don't come to that restaurant along with them. So you're really doing a serious justice to the business, and by building their business, increase the value of your client's business. Now this is something that's extremely important. Many of you on here that have been in business for a long time will understand what I'm about to say. A business's net worth, especially if they're getting ready to retire or move on or they want to build a business, they're new and they really want to get their business built up so that they can go out and get loans and business loans to increase their business. When you have a list, a true list, okay, something that has been proven, that works, that is building your business, you've just put a price on that campaign. And so now you've really turned the value of your client's business. Instead of being worth, and this is just an arbitrary number, instead of being worth $100 a day, because I've proven and I can show my bankers and I can show the financial institutions and all those what's going on, I can take those numbers and say, listen, this is what we're doing, and you've just increased what the value of your business is. So think about those things as you go through it. What makes a great SMS campaign? First off, you have to be involved. You have to be involved with your client. Your client is kind of out there just swinging on a rope and he needs somebody to swing with him. You have to develop the campaign from the business owner's perspective. You have to remember, these guys have done this for a long time. But what they need is someone to help coach them and direct them and show them the direction that they're going to go. You have to think, when you look at these campaigns, is this offer exciting? Is this exciting for you? Is it exciting for your business owner? Call over a couple of people and say, hey, what do you think about this offer? Man, if their eyes light up, you know you got it going on. Would you come in for the offer? If you wouldn't even come in for the offer, you surely don't want to send it out to everybody else. If it doesn't, tweak you up a little bit, you don't want to do that. Does the offer have a perceived value? Now, me personally, if somebody sent me, you can get a free drink if you come in and have dinner today, I could care less. But if somebody tells me I can have 10 or 15% off, I'm all over it. Because that's the difference in ordering a sirloin steak and a ribeye steak. Okay? So perceived value, and that's just my perception. Everybody may want a free drink, but that's just my perception. If you or your client see no value in what you're about to do when you sit down with them and you've gone over this and everything looks good, but you don't really see any value in it, you're going to have to start over. You're going to have to be the one that drives that bus. These are some things to consider. What is the goal of the campaign? What do you want to get out of this, Mr. Business Owner? What is it that you want to achieve with this campaign? Do you want to increase customer loyalty? Customer loyalty being, we talked about frequency earlier, bringing them in instead of 2 times a month, 3 times a month. Inventory control. Mr. Oil Changer, how often do you turn over your inventory? Well, you know what? If this 10 gallons of oil sits here more than 30 days, I'm losing money. Okay, that's what we'll focus on. Let's focus on inventory control. Promotions for new customers. Promotions for new customers would be some off-site marketing, maybe some QR codes on some billboards, or maybe some QR codes in the newspapers, driving them in to sign up for their campaign right there on the mobile site. See, there's many different things you have to think of. You have to know your audience. Okay, we would really like to get the 45 to 55 crowd. Well, why would you like to do that? Well, because the 45 to 55 crowd, average ticket is $65, and the 25 to 35 crowd, the average ticket is $40. So you have to know your audience, who you're marketing. That's why we have the opportunity to set up multiple campaigns and sign up multiple different groups for different reasons. Things to consider. Not only are we consultants, but we are trainers. And the one group that you have to train that's probably the most important is the staff. You must involve the staff for a successful campaign. And I'll go back to the example I used just a little bit earlier. The example was bring whoever is working that point of sale station and make sure that everybody comes up, has an opportunity before they walk out the door to save an additional 15% by signing up for our mobile marketing campaign. If they don't ask that, if they don't say that, and people are used to hearing that. Trust me. I think every store I go to now, you hear that. Could I get your email address? Yes. I know why they're getting it. They're going to campaign, market me. Okay? So you have to get them involved, and they have to understand. Get their input. They are the ones that talk to the customers. Hey, Mr. Business Owner, I understand you've been running your business for a long time. Could we bring over some of your top staff and get their input? Because they are the ones that are out there talking to your customers every single day. Every day. So if we get their input, that will really enhance the campaign. And there are some young, smart minds out there that are thinking about this kind of stuff. Shoot, you may pull some super marketers right out of the middle of the staff. Let them know how this benefits them, the staff, in doing the things that they do. Better hours. Why do they get better hours? Because they're busy all the time. If they're working in a restaurant, more customers, more tips. Maybe talk to your client there about, hey, why don't you have a contest? The person that signs up the most customers gets a bonus, maybe a little commission off of everything they sell. There's a million ways to do this. Okay, I'm going to flip over here and I'm going to show you something that we've developed that I believe will be a great help in you sharing and showing your clients what these campaigns can do for them. And first I'll just show you a screenshot, then I'm going to show you how it works. This is a text ROI calculator, and it's really mind-boggling what you can set and show your clients. Now what we've done is we've put this in OneTap.mobi so that you can literally go there and bring it up on your mobile phone, on your smartphone, and share these numbers while you're talking about their campaigns with your clients. There's a OneTap.mobi ROI for United States, Australia, and New Zealand. And then we've got a OneTap.mobi /ROI UK. Okay, that's being produced as we speak. Okay, changing the numbers and everything. So this is an excellent tool which will help you to show and share and close, because this is the bottom line. When you're talking to a client, they want to know what it's going to do to the bottom line. If I'm going to spend $200 to $300 to $500 a month with you for all of these items, I want to make sure that I'm going to get a return on my investment. Now, let me say this to say that. Several months ago, I started talking about return on investment, and I had someone email me right after that and said, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't expect a return on investment on a business. Well, if you don't believe you're looking for a return on your investment in business, then you are in the wrong place. So if you're here and you're the one that emailed me, I'm going to talk about it again. But return on investment is what it's all about. I don't care if you're selling toilet paper or you're buying toilet paper. You want to know what it is worth to you. So this ROI calculator is absolutely phenomenal. Okay? I showed it a little bit in a different way on the webinar that I just sent out, and then it was developed today for you guys to be able to use. So let me pull up the actual calculator. Okay, and we're going to go live here with it. Now this is on my phone. This is on my computer, but you can see here what it's going to do. Number of locations. This is the actual number of locations that they have that they're marketing for. So let's say that they're marketing for 2 locations. And what is the daily signups? Now when you sit down with these folks, you need to talk about this. This is extremely important. What do you, Mr. Business Owner, want to do? Because that tells you how hard you're going to either work the campaign or not to work the campaign. So let's say that we're going to get 5 signups a day. Okay? How many promotions are you going to do a month? 1 promotion, 2 promotions, 3 promotions. I recommend that you do 1 promotion a week. But that's going to be between you and your client. But let's leave it at 4 promotions. Percent offers redeemed. Okay? This is the number of people that actually come in and redeem these offers. I think that 3 to 5% is probably a little low. You're probably going to get something between 6 to 8%. But let's just say 5%. Now that's the actual number of people that are going to walk in and redeem those coupons. The average transaction cost. This is very important when you talk to your clients. For example, okay, the average transaction cost if you go out and buy a pair of designer jeans is about 70 to 90 bucks. Okay, some of them are 110 to 150. But just going into those stores with my wife, and I always look at those prices because I know I'm fixing to have to pay for them, 70 to 90 bucks. Okay, so if it's a restaurant, it's going to be maybe $30 to $35 average ticket for 2 people. So let's just say the average cost, we'll just say $27. Just pick a number out of the sky. Cost per text message. Okay. Now, cost per text message depends on what you sell your text for. Somebody just said my voice is going in and out. Can everybody hear me? Real quick before I continue on. Oops, I just dropped my microphone. Okay, everybody's saying they can hear me fine, so I will continue on. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bill. Cost per text message. Now, this is going to depend on how you sell this, and I'm going to share something with you when I get finished here on cost, okay? And I'm going to talk to you about developing that cost for a moment. But let's say the cost per text message, let's call it 4 cents, all right? That's what you've charged, and that's what their cost is. Now, what you do is, and you're going to be able to do this, is you're going to be able to look at this, opt-ins, and this is based on the number up here, okay? All these numbers here are calculated using these numbers here. All you do is click calculate, and it's going to show them what their profits are, all right? Based on these numbers right here. Based on these numbers right here. So you can see here that in month 12, first month, their monthly profits from this campaign, you're increasing by $6,500. 3 months, 19,000. 6 months, 38. 12 months, 77. Okay? I don't know anybody that doesn't want to increase their profit margins by that much. Now, let me say this to say that. If you're sitting down with someone and you can show them how to increase their bottom line using a simple marketing campaign that really, I mean, think about this, 4 cents per text, the email's free, okay? So they've got 2 mediums to be able to reach out with. Now you've developed their Facebook campaign and their Twitter campaign, all right? So they're reaching out to 4 mediums at one time. So not only they're really it's 4 promotions with the texting, but if you think about this, it's 4 times 4 because you're also reaching out mobile. Email. You're also reaching out Twitter. You're also reaching out Facebook. If they don't want to increase their annual profits, then you don't need to be talking to them anyway. I know that sounds pretty hardcore. We was talking about aggressive marketing a couple of weeks ago. If you sit down with someone and you show them what they can do for their business, and they say, I don't want to do that. That doesn't look good to me. I don't want anything to do with that. You need to move on immediately because you're not going to get them to change their mind. You're not going to get them to buy anything. Now, they may sleep on that for 2 or 3 days. Make sure you leave your business card. But you're able to go to this right now, and some of you may already be there. Go to onetap.mobi/ROI. Don't leave the training till I get done. And sit there and play with that. It's absolutely amazing what you're going to be able to show your clients. This alone, this ROI text calculator will help you increase your texting sales. You combine that with everything else I just talked about, and you're going to just explode your bottom line, increasing those sales with text. Now let's talk about how do you market that? How do you add that? If you're uncomfortable talking about text pricing as a separate item, put it in with your mobile app. Your app, you think about this, your app alone costs you 3 or 4 cents, okay? So adding that $15 for those 500 apps, and instead of getting the full 99, you're going to come off another 15. Okay, so now you're down to what, 75 or 85. You're still making a great profit. But this is what you've done, combining that small program, because if you do this correctly and if you do exactly what I said and teach that staff how to build that marketing campaign with text, not only are those people going to love you, you'll probably eat there. If it's a restaurant, you'll eat there the rest of your life. And if it's jeans, your wife will be in jeans the rest of her life, and you'll probably get oil changes the rest of your life. What a great position to be in. But what's going to happen is you're truly going to show them, and you're going to be able to watch that and see that, and they're going to stick with you forever. They're never going to want to lose that app because now that's become the most powerful marketing tool they've ever seen. There's nothing more powerful. Now I want to show you a couple of things real quick. And this is for the new people that's on, not just new people. This is just a reminder. I hope everyone is using the marketing business plan for your business. Let me tell you how I would use this. I would put my prices in here. I would put the changes in here. And I would go have 200 or 300 of these printed up. It's not that big. It's only 21 pages. And every time I spoke to someone, I'd drop that off on their table. Drop off 1 out of 10 that you speak to. That's going to increase your business. That alone will help you increase your business. Plus, you're educating your client. Okay? And I just want to point that out. That is in your resource center under business plans. You can download it in MS Word and make the changes, or you can download it in PDF format and make the changes if you've got the PDF program that you can do that in. I want to show everybody real quick, and I don't want to run out of time because I know there's some questions out there. So let me go over here real quick. I want to show you quickly, and it'll be in the video so you can watch it again, how to generate a coupon inside your app. Bob's Burger, 10% off, your next visit, offer expires, blah, blah, blah. Okay? It's physically in your app for them to be able to scan and go see. All right? And we're not done with texting. We're going to finish up with texting next week. I didn't want to get started on another subject and run out of time in the middle of it. I hate doing that. But here's your mobile coupon. Okay, Carrie, how do you put that in there? How do you do that? I go and I get an image. Let me go over here to and I put them in Photo Bucket. It's a 250 by 500 image. Okay. And I come over here and I put that image in Photo Bucket, and it creates the image and it gives me a direct link. Okay, I just got a message from our programmer. He said, just to let you know, we are still in beta on the RO calculator. So if you would, just send feedback on that through the control panel, through the help and support desk, and through the forum. Send us some feedback on it, and so that way we'll make sure that we take anything you say into account to help make it even better than it is. So right here you've got a direct link. Okay, this is in Photo Bucket. I like Photo Bucket because it's free. And you need the link. So we're going to get the direct link right here. And great thing about Photo Bucket is all you do is click on it and it copies it for you. I'm going to come over here to the iframe generator. And I put this up last week, and we'll put this in the tools section. I'll have Mark put this in the tools section for you so you'll always have it. But it's seventhspace.com webmaster, or just Google iframe generator. There's a million of them out there. I changed my width right here to 260 by 550 just so I make sure I get everything in. I paste everything in right here, okay, the URL right here. I generate iframe. I copy and paste this iframe in my custom content. And I know a lot of you use custom content. It's really cool. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go to New Custom Content. I'm going to call this Coupon 2. I'm going to come over here to HTML. I'm going to paste that iframe. I'm going to hit Update. I'm going to center it. I know I may be going a little quick here. I'm going to click Add Now. My Coupon 2 is entered. Come up here to Preview. There's Coupon 2. And just that quick, I've entered a new coupon. Okay? These are real quick. If you've got a graphics program, just build these real quick. They don't have to be anything fancy. So I just put couple of lines in this. I mean, the background was green, put a hamburger on there and called it Bob's Burger. 10% off your next visit. Offer expires here. And they show that, teach the wait staff. And it doesn't have to be just Bob's Burgers. It can be the jeans, the hairstylist. It can be the florist. It can be anybody can use a coupon. All right? That's how you put a coupon in there. This is probably the number one question we get, and I'm not sure why we get this question, but this is the number one question we get. How do people find the web app? How do they bring it up on their phone if they've got a website? Right here's the redirect code. This redirect code goes in the header of their website. Now, let me say this. I've said it every time, and I just want to make sure everybody hears it that's new. If you did not develop or build their website, I recommend that you are not the one that installs this. Because if you erase some code, you own that website. But this right here just goes right in the header of the website. Just copy and paste. Goes in the index.html page. Bam, up at the top. And when someone goes to that website now from a smartphone, it automatically recognizes that because of the code that's in there and sends them right to the site. The other way people get to it is through QR codes and or making sure the link is in the message when you send it out. So I just wanted to hit that real quick. Okay, we've only got just a few minutes, and I don't like going long, so people get tired of listening. If you want, we're going to go to Q&A and ask a few questions here. I've got a couple of the staff on with me, so if it starts going really crazy, they can help out. Any questions at all on tonight's training? Anybody? Go to the question box there. There you go. Average cost per sale, the formulas they've got in there, take that into account. And everybody's profit margin is going to be a little bit different. We're talking about gross revenues here. Gross, yeah. Okay, and that's a good point. That's a good point. I'll make sure those guys see that. Thank you, Michael. Michael, is this your first time in the training? Oh, okay. Good to see you, buddy. You're my neighbor. My phone's been down for the last couple of days, but I will give you a call tomorrow. Mike's from Rockwall, and he's just up the road from me. That's what I tell everybody, buddy. Anybody else got a question? Did the SMS marketing training help you tonight in understanding how to present this to people? And that's a good. This is what Duke asked, and this is a great question. This goes back to training the staff. Okay. Will the SMS system go viral with use of email only? Most of my customers don't seem to be able to get cell phone numbers. If you make sure that the coupon, the 15% off, okay, and or the QR codes go directly to them signing up SMS. And the reason I say this is every time I scan a QR code, I can't get the coupon without my cell number. I can't. And so I always put my cell number in there because I want the coupon. And I think it's just getting them to understand that and getting the staff to understand that. For example, one of the places that my wife shops, they only ask for the mobile website. Then in the email that I got, it said, hey, get an additional 10% off if you sign up with your mobile phone. So the first thing I did So they kind of use a two-step process. But people will give you that cell number to get, if you're not giving them an offer, they're not going to, and that offer I'm talking about is immediate. It's immediate. Okay, Kathy's got a good question, and let me show you that, Kathy, and it's good to have you on this evening. And let me recommend that you go in and you watch this tutorial video right here. This tutorial video that's in here tells you all about the backside of this. But you're able to monitor your text messages on this page here, okay, with subscribers, text subscribers. 7 people subscribed, 1 person unsubscribed. You're able to see it. You're able to see their phone numbers here, okay. The back office of the marketing platform gives them a lot of information. Text keywords, and you can go into the text keywords here, and you can edit these. You can also see here how many subscribers per each keyword. So there's a lot of information back here in the back side of this. Messages sent. Tells you when they sent out, what promotional offers they were, what they sent to. So just go in your back office and play around, and that video is really good. That video goes through each one of these different sections here and tells you exactly how those campaigns are going. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that. When we meet with a customer and they have a website, what are the benefits to them with a mobile web app? Jeff, if you hadn't had a chance to watch the video that I sent out yesterday, I think it was, or maybe it was this morning that I did. If all you have is a website, you are not mobile, period. You cannot market with a website on a mobile phone. The statistics specifically say that you will absolutely drive everybody away. So, and matter of fact, I started off that entire webinar with the #1 question I'm always asked is, if a customer has a website, what are the benefits to having a mobile web app? If you only have a website, and that's what you're trying to market with on a mobile phone, you might as well just hang it up. It's not going to work because people cannot read a mobile web app. I believe the statistics say that about 80% of the people will immediately leave that site on a mobile phone. And one of the other statistics that was really amazing to me is this was Google that did the survey, that people feel like if your business isn't mobile ready, that you did not care enough about me as a customer to want me to use my phone to see what you've got going on. So yes, Kathy, you bet. Anybody else? And Jeff, you just pull those stats off of that webinar, and I'm telling you, that's an eye-opening experience when someone says that and they realize that they're going to be losing customers because of it. Yes, sir. We need to get over to the UK, man. We got a lot of you guys over there. That needs to be the trip we need to make, Woodrow. Anybody else? Okay, it's 9:05, and I don't want to drag this on. And man, we were full up again tonight, and I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank everybody too for the weekend. I should have done that at the beginning. We had 4 great webinars. The webinar's up. I did 2 today. I'm going to try to get 2 to 3 webinars up a day to get everybody knocked out that has the webinar system. If you're unaware of what I'm talking about, right here under Custom Webinar, you can go in and order your own custom webinar. And the webinar that we did on the weekend will be placed inside the custom webinar with your branding with this front and the back on there. And it looks really, really nice. I've just got a whole bunch of them to do, so I'm going to knock out a few every single day and should be done by the end of next week. But thanks, everybody. Thank you so much for the kind comments. Everybody have a great evening, and I will see you all back next Wednesday. God bless.